Bro, there's no shot. I recorded this entire video, and as soon as the video ended, when I pressed this button right here, when I press that, the video will show up right here. What I did, well, it doesn't show up right there until after you press the little save button. So I ended it. The video file came up here. I was dragging all these things away, and then I dragged the video into Google Image. Takes the video, and then it just goes away. You go to my recents, it's not here. And you know what happened before this? Like a month ago, when I was recording for reading chapter 5, because I was reading through all the story chapters a while ago, I got up to 4. I read the first half of 5, and then my entire laptop crashes, and the video file gets just deleted or something. So there goes an hour and a half of that. So once I re-record chapter 5 one day, I only read the first half, but I'm gonna have to pretend I never read it because I already read the first half, and there's some crazy shit happening, and I have to have like no reaction. It sucks. Anyways, let's go back to what I was at. Anyways, yeah, that's like a 2-minute intro, my bad. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. This is also my 20th time trying to record this video, because I take too long, or I add new things, because today we're talking about a kit that doesn't exist in the game, because I made it. It is a new series idea I have of making kits and Grand Summoners for units that don't exist and probably won't exist in the game. If they do end up existing in the game, it's pretty cool, because then we have my idea versus what they actually brought in, and I'll be like, hey, there's some similarities, or there's a lot of differences. So maybe that could happen. But we got Ichigo from Bleach. He is a dark human. Here is like main stats. Nothing too crazy. I would say, just regular 999 at LB5. This would be at LB7. I'd probably give him a little bit more attack at LB7, because I was thinking these stats for LB5 more so. I would probably like increase this to like 800 something. For some reason I can't edit my email, which makes sense, because it's an email. You're not supposed to be able to edit them. Because this was an issue on my phone, I just emailed it to myself on my laptop, since I can record better on my laptop here. There's an ad playing, I'm turning that down. Okay, so his slots, 6 Mage, when he's at LB6. At LB5, you'll have a 5 Mage, 5 Support, 5 Heal. If you LB him to 7, he'll have another 5 Support. His skill, which, yeah, I don't need art for the skill. I don't know why I was thinking about that, because I downloaded a bunch of different kind of art for all these things, and that I would obviously like use as references to draw myself, so I can like eventually one day make like the in Grand Summoners, so they have like the picture of the guy or the character, then they have like all the skill art, shoe art, super art, all that around, so I could like eventually post it on Reddit or something one day. Okay, anyways, increases all ally stats 20%, 8 seconds, increases arts by 40. When he gets into his final form, it will double this effect, so he'll get 80 arts, and it'll increase all ally stats by 20% for 16 seconds. Well, you know what? If it's doubling the effect and not the time, I think it would still be 8 seconds. Yeah, let's just keep it like that in my headcanon. 16 seconds is insane for a crazy ass stat boost, and there is more stat boosts to happen down the road. Okay. His regular art, God, I hate how this thing scrolls. Apple laptops, I do not like them that much. Okay, 25,000% dark damage magic, and dealing another 25,000% when he is in any of his forms. There's 3 of them. I know it's a little wild. I probably should make it a little bit different, because that's too much to have to handle. Especially for new players. They're gonna probably fuck this up somehow, if this were to be in the game. Increases own action speed by 20%, reduces enemies' action speed by 20%, 30-second stack. So, Ichigo's art, true art, super art, whatever, it's all going to be faster in the game. So things can pop faster, you can get effects faster, while the enemy is being slowed. And you can stack this, and it works on bosses, of course, because that's like the main appeal. We're not talking just like the regular little bitch baby enemies. What makes this better to make it more spammable is when he's in his final form, he increases his own arts by 50, and when casting super crit on his art, he gets an additional 50, giving him 100. Not to mention, he'll also be getting 80 arts every 10 seconds off of his skill alone, which is pretty busted. So it's like 130 arts just off of those two things. True arts, which is activated by, which he activates his Bankai through here. And you have to pop it a second time to actually get the effect rolling of his 75,000% dark damage magic. And autofills all allies' arch by 6 for 20 seconds, reduces enemies' magic resistance by 60% for 20 seconds, and when he's in his inner hollow form, it has an additional 60% for an additional 20 seconds, giving 120% magic res down for 40 seconds. So that lasts for a pretty long time, literally half of his Bankai. So you only have to pop this like 2 times, except for like you'd probably want to pop it more than 2 times for the autofilling of the arts gauge. So you want to activate his inner hollow from his super art. Welcome to Waco Mundo. It activates his inner hollow for 90 seconds when used during Bankai mode. And then when you pop it again, or every time you pop it within this mode, you're going to do 150,000% dark damage magic. Increases all allies' magic damage by 150% 20 seconds. An additional 150% for dark units. So if you're running magic dark, really good. I hate this mouse. Because you're going to be getting 300%. Hang on, am I reading this right? Why did I do this? 300% magic damage boost when you're running dark units. And then his true art then would be doing an additional 60% magic res down. So you're getting 120% magic res down, 300% dark magic damage up. I mean, I think the main appeal for this would probably be just really, really, really good dark magic dealers, which would probably be like DL Rim or something, which gets even better because this kit eventually evolves into supporting heavily on Mono Dark Demon, which we'll see down here. You can probably just read it yourself already, but I'm also going to read it out loud. Okay, so we get into the beef of his kit here, or the bulk, I would say. Second half, actually, chapter 2. Demonic Essence, available at 300 arts gauge, and when Inner Hollow is active. Also, I do want to mention, there is like one flaw here. There's already one flaw in this kit. I'm trying to figure out my mouse scrolls still, because it's backwards from fucking regular computers. But if you're not already in Bankai and you're trying to activate Super Art, which I already know a bunch of new players who tried doing this, they're like, big arts? Let's pop it. It'll be worse. It'll be somehow worse than a Shell tier SA spammer. Because it won't do anything. You have to be in Bankai to activate Inner Hollow. If you're trying to activate Inner Hollow without Bankai, I think the game would just crash. So maybe we can just do like, I don't know. What would I put here? Make his super art text way too long. Probably just like 1% damage or something. I think that'd be the way to bypass that. But once he gets into his Demonic Essence button, which is like I guess you could call it like a Phantom Bullet, you would tap it after getting to your 300 arts, and it would activate his final form, Reincarnate Vasto Lordes. My mouse is, what the fuck? Bro, my laptop's freezing. Okay, I think my mouse is dead. Wait, okay, we're chill. This text is also changing. This is creeping me out. Anyways, Reincarnate Vasto Lordes is activated for 180 seconds, and his race is changed from human to demon. Costs 3% of own max HP per second during Reincarnate Vasto Lordes, which, it should not cost. It won't cause much bother. I wanted to have some kind of drawback for having a unit be as supporting as it is. So I'm thinking like Juno, Art Genning, decreases HP. Here, he's in his final form, draining HP. Makes sense. But also, he's getting a damage boost for the amount of HP he's losing. So every time he loses 10% HP, which is like every 3 point whatever seconds, that's going to be up to 300% damage he can get. Which, doing the math, it's about 5.5 in-game minutes. And the goal is not to sit in the game for 5.5 minutes to get his damage maxed. It's so that way he's not going to get that insane damage boost as fast as possible, or too quickly. Otherwise, you'd just be doing too much damage. Okay, so his normal art stays the same, obviously, because he gets a boost, he gets a buff off of it when he's in his final form, so changing his art would be dumb. But it changes his true art and super art, kind of like Reyes going into his EX mode, which is why I called it, or extra or X super art, thinking like extra. So, what this does, 90,000% dark damage physical, he's doing physical damage now. Autofills all allies' arts by 7 for 25 seconds, so we're getting more arts, more time, additional 3 arts for demon units, so 10 arts per second, 25 seconds, 250 arts off of true art for demon units there. I would probably want to make his art gen type something that stacks with Eins, in case Eins wanted to run art gen as well. It would be so much art gen. Reduces enemies' dark and physical res by 150%, 25 seconds. Additional 25% per demon unit and team. X Super Art, Confined in Hell, 180,000% dark damage physical, increases own crit rate by 100% and own super crit rate by 80% for 20 seconds. Increases all allies' physical and magic damage by 150%, 20 seconds. Additional 150% for each for demon units. So, if you're trying to run, like, my idea was, like, if you're trying to run, like, a mono dark demon where you have a magic DPS, this would help for that. If you have a physical DPS, it would help for that. If you have both, then it would just boost your entire team's damage. Passive 1 out of 3, Heaven and Hell. So when he's in his human race form, he's increasing all allies' arts gauge by 5. When he's a demon, he reduces all allies' equipment CT speed by 25%. 50% instead for demon units. So if he turns into a demon and you're not running mono dark demon, you're not going to be getting most of his buffs, but you're going to be getting a little bit of equipment CT. And then demon units are getting double the benefit. His second passive is giving him 100% feint res. So if a boss tries feinting you, it ain't going to happen, and you just blast through with your damage. Passive 3, when unit is leader, all allies are gauge 50 up as sort of quest, and when all allies are demon, so when he goes into his final form, making him a demon, it increases all allies arts gauge by 100, only one time. His first of 2 true weapons, True Zenketsu, 5 Maj. If human, increases all allies arts by 25, and all allies magic damage by 30%. If demon, increases all allies attack by 150% and increases own arts by 80. First time only. On a 40 CT. Passive. When equipped by Ichigo, autofills own arts gauge by 5 and increases skill CT speed by 50%. 5 support true weapon. True Hollow Mask increases all allies' arts by 30 and autofills demon units' arts by 2 for 10 seconds on a 30 CT. Incredibly good. Just as a regular equip would be insane to run in Mono Dark Demon. You're getting 50 arts, basically, every 30 seconds when you're running any demon units. Any demon unit's going to be getting 50 off of this. And when it's equipped by Ichigo, you're going to be getting all of your stats boosted by 30% and increases the duration of Bankai, Inner Hollow, and Reincarnate Vasto Lordes forms by 30 seconds, respectively. So your Bankai and your Inner Hollow is going to be lasting for 2 minutes, and your Vasto Lordes is going to be lasting for 3.5. Okay. Also, the skill CT speed allows him to just get even more arts and allows for longer uptime on the 40% stat boost when he's in his final form. Okay. And he has a 5 heal, and if he gets LP7, he has a 5 support. So, if there were to be if there were to be a crossover, there would be other equipment. So I decided to make other kind of bleach equips. That would make sense. So we have Orihime's hairpins being like a heal, since she's predominantly a healer. I decided to give this thing like, okay, I think 3 effects is too crazy, but the first one only happens one time. Reviving all allies with 50% HP, only one time. And basically, I was thinking, since she's super good at healing with like, I think it's like a reversing time thing, it pretty much is reviving, but it's not reviving. I'm pretty sure it's said in the show that she can't revive people, but I'm giving it a revive. GS can alter the timeline a little bit. So we're doing that. Heals allies HP by 2,000. Additional 2,000 if the user is light. So if you're running this on Orihime, that's where you're going to be getting most of your buffs from this. And increases all status element res by 100%. So you're not going to be getting this if the user isn't light. So if you're running this on Reincarnate, you're getting all status element res 100% up, and you're getting an additional 2,000 HP. And then his 5 support on LB7, or if you just don't get his true weapon, you can run this. Cone Doll increases own arts gauge by 60 and arts damage by 60%. Autofills all allies' arts gauge by 5 for 5 seconds on a 40 CT, which will obviously drop down when he has his own equipment CT effect happening. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Like 60 arts on self, 25 arts for all team, so 85 arts on self every 40 seconds max, minimum like 25-ish seconds. So it's 50% CT is like, it's not exactly half, it's like a little less. Obviously, if there were to be a crossover, there wouldn't just be these equipment, so I just came up with a bunch of different ones that I didn't give like skills or stats to. Also, why is this doing that? I don't know. Also, my volume's the other way down. I was that music playing. My bad. I think there was an ad playing. I think that's what was happening. Okay, so we have all that now. Now to get into all the art I downloaded, which sucks because I had all of the credits for the fan art, and I not deleted, but I got rid of like all of the tabs off my laptop after doing it. Oh, I forgot, bro. It's so much work. I mean, I'm not like stealing the art, I'm just showcasing it. But I wish I still had the credits up. So, I'm missing art for his regular art and his true art, which, those are pretty important. But we have his super art. Welcome to Mekamundo. Inner Hollow. So we have his holification. So this is what I had an idea for this. Something like that. I also thought it'd be a really cool idea, which would be way too hard to implement into the game. It'd be way too much art to add. Would be when he gets into his different forms. If you pop his flash step, and he's in his Bankai form, it would have that art of him doing the flash step, whatever that art would be, but he's wearing his kimono, like the Bankai kimono. And then if you're popping, there'd be way too much art to include here, because then if he's like also in his inner hollow, he would have his hollow mask on in this. And if you're running his true art, you would have his hollow mask on with that, and it's like, what is that, like 3 different pieces of art to add. Then we have his, when he goes into his Vasto Lordes state, I think it's not that. It's not these. These were, here we go. Wait, that's not it either. That's it. This is a pretty cool image. Something like that would be cool for his, like, for like the Phantom Bullet tap, just to show up just that one time. Then his Cedo Blast was, I found it, oh my god, my mouse is fucking being a dumbass. This is a piece of fan art I found on Reddit. I really like this. Like, it's just perfect for the game. You would have like his blast happening here. Pretty cool. And then his Confined in Hell was super hard to find. I actually don't know what this looks like. Cause I actually, it's so tiny. But I found that off of fucking SoundCloud, of all places. Like the banner image, because I couldn't find the image in higher quality. So I had to go on fucking SoundCloud and try downloading it off of there. Was that everything? Yeah, I guess that was everything. I just need to find art for his arts and shorts, and then I'll get to the drawing board and just look at these images as references and just you know, fully flesh out the kit and all the art and stuff, so I can like go on like some kind of photoshopping website and just make it all happen and look hella realistic as it would in the game or something. And then I'll be done with this kit, and then I'll move on to another character to do. Maybe another Bleach character, or maybe something completely different. Maybe something not even anime related that could be in the game. Like Godzilla did have like their own anime thing, but it's just like such a non-anime thing. And it got added in the game, and I was like, that is a weird choice, but pretty cool, pretty sad that we only got equipment, but it makes sense, I guess. Not really. I mean, Godzilla could have been a unit. They added boss units in the game, which albeit weren't very good, but they added them. So Godzilla could very well be one. And on the topic of that, you could do something like Transformers or something. That'd be pretty sick. Or Attack on Titan, like big fucking titans as like the bosses. And then maybe like you could like have like Eren go from like his regular form to like his fucking Titan form. That'd be so sick. Like as like a boss unit thing. It'd be so cool. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. So I'll see ya.